is Abby Hall, and I'll be running UTMB this weekend.
My name is Dakota Jones. I am here in Chamonix this week to run the CCC.
This is Iris, and I'm here to race the MCC by UTMB.
So I definitely go usually off of like just my own perceived exertion, but I'm also using the data fields on my watch to make sure that I'm spreading my effort well, especially over climbs. My Suunto has a feature called climb guidance, so I can see when does the climb, peter out and go to a flat, when is it super steep, and like that helps me spread the effort over those climbs so that I'm not pushing too hard with too much to go.
Just want to be able to run a consistent effort level from start to finish, and so I really am watching the climbing and the descending because I know how much vertical there is for the whole race, and so I want to make sure that I don't, for example, go too hard on the downhills early in the race. I want to make sure that I'm at a certain point before I really start sending it on the downhill.
For me, dividing the race into specific sections allows for reset points along the way. And sometimes I'd be 2 minutes up, sometimes I'd be a few minutes back, but each time I'm hitting a new section, I'm mentally resetting so that if I'm up a few minutes, great. If I'm behind, great. The watch is always running and there's always opportunity to make up that time, but I do like going off of splits, especially on this course.
I like to have the profile and know how long I have until the downhills or the flat sections and how long they are. So I use that and the map.
For pacing, my strategy is usually going harder on the climbs and recovering on descents, and that's mainly for me just pushing my strength. I'm a good climber and I like climbing a lot, so I try to take some risks there.
Mostly what I do when I pace in a race is I reach an effort level that I know I can maintain to the end of the race, and then I go 15% harder than that, because that's what racing's about. It's about taking risks, and I'm always racing at a level where I don't know if I can maintain that to the finish, but it's exciting to try.
In a race as long as UTMB, everybody is having low moments. That really becomes part of the competition, is how you're managing the lows and how you're managing the problems along the way. And so I try to remember that not every section's gonna be perfect. I'm not gonna hit that goal split every time, but if I can stay focused on what I can control with my body and with the effort, that's the most I can do in that moment.
I usually write down my intentions before a race of what I want to do and not do well. So even if I'm having a bad race, I can still use it as an opportunity to replicate the things that I've been wanting to do better. So at least I've got something positive to take away after the finish line, even though the result itself might not be quite as high as my expectations.
My motto when I race is always to do the best I can in every moment. And if you can just focus on what you can do at that moment, the best you can do, even if it's very slow, even if it's just walking, that's okay. Eat as much as you can, drink water, make sure you're recovered. And I've always found that when I do that, after a certain amount of time, the best I can do tends to get faster. It's a way of letting myself be okay with where I'm at, while also striving to be better.
I think I race better when I'm smart than when I'm simply in good shape. So happy days. Started slow and then I built it up.
So it was not my best day, but I don't know, I feel even on not my best day, I still run 100 kilometers and pull my hair back to Chamonix in this place. It's such a privilege, I feel so grateful.
I am so happy that I just closed the loop and got it done. Honestly, after a big year of injury and comeback, you just finishing this is a dream come true.